All right. So we have a special episode. The reason this episode is special is that we're talking about boobs. And who does not love to talk about boobs? You either have boobs and you love them. You either have boobs and you hate them. Somebody you love has boobs. You wish you had boobs. You've got too much boobs, too little boobs. Boobs are everything. And the reason it's a special episode is we have the founder and CEO of Evelyn Bobbie, which is an awesome company based in Portland, Oregon. She makes bras, she makes panties, she makes underwear, and she has 6 patents and is the first person, let alone woman, to create revolutions in the bra industry in over 100 years. So Bree is amazing. She explains why she's obsessed with products. She talks about her journey from being in finance and investing to becoming a magnate in the consumer product space. And she talks about why no one is caring about comfort and support for women and how her company is endeavoring to do so. So big shout out to Bree. Thank you for listening to this episode and enjoy your boobs.
Now work.
Okay, I'm going to have you introduce yourself.
Yeah. All right. I'm Bree McKeen, and I'm the founder and CEO of Evelyn Bobbie.
And how did the name Evelyn Bobbie come to be?
Evelyn was my maternal grandmother.
Okay.
And she actually modeled lingerie in the 30s,
Oh,
which was
that's
very
very
risque.
fun. Okay.
I have some fantastic pictures. And my Aunt Bobbie was my maternal great aunt. She taught me how to sew when I was a girl.
Okay.
So Evelyn represents beauty, Bobbie represents purpose, and I wanted the brand to be grounded in real women.
Okay, 100%.
Yeah.
And describe what the brand does.
I make the world's most advanced wire-free bras and the world's most comfortable underwear.
That's
make
amazing.
bras and underwear for women with shit to do.
Okay, I love this. I was just writing my Substack this morning about you, and I was like, I'm going to ask her about her boobs because I think I have to.
It's a big part of my journey.
Yes, 100%.
Pun intended.
Also, my mother is like a D cup, and she used to always complain about it. But you're
That's
like a
right.
double D cup?
I'm a G cup.
A G cup. That was one. I'm like, I've never even heard
I was
of a
triple
G
D
cup.
before babies. Now I'm a G cup. Yeah.
And that is like a lot to carry around.
Yeah, it's actually a load that needs to be engineered for.
Yes.
And a lot of people don't realize how curvy the average American woman is. A 34F is the most average, I guess average is the best word to use, the average bra size.
34F is the average American bra size.
Yes.
So just for any guys who listen to this or watch this, you start at A, right?
Yeah.
You start at A and go to, what does it go
So
to?
it's a ratio.
Okay.
A couple of things. We're going to talk a lot about the history of the bra.
Yeah.
The band and cup sizing that most of us know was developed in 1933.
Okay. Was that the last time there was a patent?
Yeah, 31 actually was the patent that I finally knocked out of the way almost 100 years later. But the band and cup sizing, we do it the European way. American retailers have, I would say, bastardized that over time for convenience. Convenience to the retailer, not
to the consumer.
So we measure the band and then the fullest point of the bust, and it's a ratio. So for every inch of difference, that is a cup size. So if there's 2 inches of difference between, if you're 34 at the underbust and 36 at the fullest point of the bust, then you're a 34B.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Interesting. I didn't know
so
that.
It's a ratio.
Okay, so it's a ratio. No one knows that.
No one knows that.
Women don't even know what their cup sizes are, like hand up, myself included.
Well, you could be up to 8 different sizes based on manufacturer.
I believe that.
So I would say, let's stop the chaos and get out of that system.
And how are women to do that? Like, how do you solve that for them?
We fit over 100 band and cup sizes in extra small through 3XL.
Okay.
So, I mean, you would be mind blown if we have 270 fit models. We're fitting hundreds of women constantly.
Okay.
If I were to show you a lineup of 12 women who all have the same measurements and all wear a size medium, but have such vastly different bodies. So what we did is we used the world's most advanced bonding and 4-way stretch technologies to make what we call the magical moldable bra.
Okay.
We believe that our bodies are just fine. And we come in all shapes and sizes. No, you don't. But what you do need is a bra that will kind of adapt to your shape and support is the best word you could have used. I think that's where most wire-free bras fall short. Sorry, the boob puns are.
Oh no, let's go. I'm all in on this.
So, where most of the wire-free bras fall short is that if you take the wire out, you take the support out, and we replaced it with a patented support that's significantly better than the wire.
Okay, so I love this. I think one is just for anyone out there, just like a commiserate moment. You two are not going to be helpful to me right now, but have you ever having a wire stick into your boob all day is fucking excruciating. It's the worst. So if you're like a little bit bloated and your boobs are big that day, or depending on where, I don't mean to TMI people, but if you're in wherever in your cycle, or you're
25% is what your breast can fluctuate in a natural cycle.
It's insane. Sorry, or you like, God forbid, gain 5 pounds and it all like magically appears in your boobs, that's my life, which I like. It's terrible when it pokes at you all day. And I loved how you said when Bree was walking in here, she was saying she makes a bra so that women don't have to think about their bras, because there's nothing worse than like pulling the wire out of your flesh. So I love that about your mission.
Well, tell me another product, Erika, that hasn't changed in 100 years.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
And I think that the reasons behind that are juicy and not in a good way. You know, I mean, the lack of innovation. I came from this not as a bra designer. I came from this as 34G in finance that was uncomfortable every day. And I was like, what do you mean we have AI, but I don't have the gear that I need to just be in the boardroom?
So wait, how old is the company?
I quit my job in finance in San Francisco in 2012.
Okay.
I filed my first patent in 2013.
You have 6 patents.
Yeah.
I think.
18 internationally.
Okay.
Lots of patents. I believe in intellectual property for women's
But there's
products.
like 12, I was reading in your bio last night, like 12% of patents go to women.
Mm-hmm. And that's a high estimate.
That's generous.
Yes.
Isn't that's sad?
The stat I heard today earlier was 10.9.
Oh, it's lower. But, it's probably lowering as time goes on. But okay. And you hold a bunch of patents.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm going for the technology. You quit the finance job. You're like, I'm with all the Stanford nerds. Like, I got this. I'm going to go make a company that serves women.
Yeah. And I had no idea what I was doing and failed over and over and over. But I failed into success.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad that I didn't come from bra design, because there are so many deeply entrenched ways of thinking about it that really aren't that useful for the future of bras. You know, I feel
like
what? Like band and cup sizing.
Okay.
Like a 3-cent piece of steel that was invented in 1931, patented in 1931, and is still in 90% of bras.
Interesting.
That the experience you just described is the experience every woman has. So how did it last so long?
Because it's women. Because nobody's listening.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why. Right. And so I call it I studied anthropology in my undergrad. So I like to geek out on like the metaphors that are underlying our mental models.
Okay. Yes.
And what I have kind of boiled it down to is that the metaphor for the intimates industry until very recent changes in the industry was the woman as cupcake.
Okay, that makes sense.
To be decorated and consumed.
Looked at. Yeah, 100%.
Right, decorated and consumed.
But not served.
No. And so what we did, which is very simple and very hard, is put the woman's experience at the center of it. What does she want, right? Like, these are the things that we talk about this all the time. You probably have 10 to 20 bras in your drawer. You probably reach for the same 1 or 2 of them every day. They're the ugly, comfy ones, the ones you kind of feel guilty wearing. You feel like you should wear something really pretty.
Yeah.
And you probably have no idea what your bra size is.
And you kind of hate yourself because you're like, if I just tried a little, if I just was better, I would wear the pretty one.
You know, this is my belief. I want to look good in my clothes.
Yeah.
And I want to not be uncomfortable. Right. So let's do those 2 things. And I want to have good posture. I don't want to have products that harm my health.
Yeah.
Right. I don't want a bra that's full of BPAs.
Yeah.
I don't care how sexy it looks if it is hurting my health and making me have crappy posture. And so those were really kind of the design ideas,
like
at the
guiding
base of
principles.
It. Yeah. It was like, let's make something that does no harm, that makes your clothes look better.
Yep.
Like the back smoothing that you get in our bras. If you look at the way bra bands are designed, they're designed to give you lumps and bumps because there's a thin piece of elastic, a wider piece of thin fabric, a thin piece of elastic. Every single woman, whether you're a size 2 or 22 with a conventional bra, gets what? 3 lumps.
Oh, I hate the lumps.
3 lumps.
Yeah.
So we smoothed that out.
Okay, that's amazing.
So that's why I started the company in Portland. I moved to Portland. That's the home of Nike, Adidas, Under Armour. There's like a
and
huge
Schoolhouse.
Yeah.
We don't help much in the bra industry, but we do help with the lighting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and I said, hey, let's use the best of performance athletic apparel for the everyday bra.
Okay, I love this. So as you're trying to get, were people like, who the fuck is this lady? Like,
Totally.
And describe that a little bit.
I mean, well, first of all, there was fundraising for a bra company with mostly male investors.
It was tough.
I actually ended up with the most perfect investor, and I'm so incredibly grateful. I wouldn't be here without that person. And but yeah, I mean, fundraising was I spent a lot of meetings explaining why comfort might matter to a woman.
Okay, got it. Yep.
And then he'd say, "Oh, well, I'll talk to my wife about it." And I'm like, "That's funny. Maybe I should be talking to her if that's your due diligence process."
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, so you can be cynical about that kind of stuff, but I think eventually I figured out ways to make the importance of this product relatable to people who don't wear bras.
Yes.
And I think the intellectual properties have been a really big piece of it, having it be
and
patented.
The tech has been a piece of it.
And coming out of Stanford, I focused on the IP. Coming out of investing, I had an awareness that IP was going to be really important and built that early. I think that was super important for me.
And then was it hard to break in with the Nike supply chain people? Were they like, what is this? What is this? Like,
it was
because supply chain is kind of a funny little world.
I really won the hearts of these folks. First of all, my factory is just the most amazing, but they mostly service like Nike and the big brands. And they don't work, they literally have a rule, we don't work with startups. Okay. But I stole employees from Nike early on, some really great talent. I had a really terrific Nike bra designer on the team who was really talented early on, and met this factory, and they were like, "Sorry, we don't work with startups." But it was the relationship from the person from
that
Nike that kind of
they're
unlocked
okay.
that.
I vouch for her. I vouch for them.
And so I got on a plane and went to Hong Kong with a big fancy presentation to try and convince them that, while we were small today, there's a lot of problems in this industry that, they were aware of.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of innovation in other countries, but America has been behind in bra innovation. And so I think they believed it.
Okay.
And hey, we are one of the fastest growing bra brands in this country now.
That's very cool.
It took some time to get there. But we've had we share our entire supply chain with those performance athletic
That's incredible.
companies.
So you're in good company.
Oh, and they're just so innovative and so.
Yeah, they're always trying to think about the fit. So like it's fit obsession. So how do you, if I'm a regular woman and I'm shopping on your website, how do I figure out the fit? Like, how do you solve that for her?
It's pretty easy. So we have a little fit calculator.
So I'm supposed to take the tape measure and...
you don't have to do that. Okay. Like if you know that you are, Nordstrom puts you, and we sell our bras at Nordstrom, by the way. That's a great way. Go down to Nordstrom and try it on. Nordstrom has amazing fit specialists that they know this product and they'll put you in the right size.
Yeah.
But if you want to buy it online, you say, okay, well, I'm a 34C, right? You just use our little, you put in 34, you put in C, and it'll recommend a size for you. And if you're really not sure, just order a small and a medium.
Yeah.
And we have this little phrase, too tight, probably just right. So the magic of the bra.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, is that you'll put it on the first day and you're like, it's okay, it's kind of tight. Maybe this is good. I don't know how I feel.
Yeah.
And on day 3, and we get these emails all the time. People are like, I didn't believe you about the break-in period. But then on day 3, they're like, oh my God, I almost forgot I was wearing a bra. I was walking out the door and I was like, I do have a bra
Can
on.
you work out in it?
Yeah, you can. Not high impact. I mean, depending on if you're smaller bodied and smaller busted, people work out in them all the time.
I love to wear a bra 24/7. Like I slept in my bra the other night. I love sleeping in a bra.
So my Defy bra is the one that's best for low impact. That was the OG, actually. That was the first one. And it's downward dog approved. So I have 270 fit models. So up to a 3XL, we literally have girls getting in downward dog to make sure you don't fall out of the top.
Okay, got it. Okay.
But that's the one I recommend for bar, Pilates,
going
on a hike.
Incredible.
That's the one I use when I'm working on the ranch or hiking around.
And what is it? What do you think about Portland? Portland's a funky little town.
has had some real problems.
Yes.
I will tell you that my design team is so incredible.
Yeah.
My VP of merchandising is there. Like, I will say having those big tech giants there has like my CMO used to work at Nike, my VP of merchandising.
Yeah, if you're into
so there's
consumer
a lot of great
products,
talent.
there's great talent
there. There is great talent in Portland,
Oh, okay. So Bree, I want to get your topic about this.
Yeah.
Okay, did you see about Kim Kardashian's Skims bra with the nipple piercing?
She's a genius.
All right. I also think she's a genius. She also got her law degree this week. But here's my question on this is, why would you have a bra with a nipple piercing if you don't have a nipple piercing?
You know why? Because we're talking about it right now.
Is that it? But then you're going to hook up with some guy or with a girl, and they're going to be like, I think I'm hooking up with a nipple piercing person. And then you're not. Then you're just disappointing.
I think this is her genius. I don't think that's going to be her best-selling product.
Yeah.
But
the fact we're having a conversation about it. Yeah, you're probably right.
She's so brilliant at making sure that everybody's thinking about Skims.
Yeah.
And so 100%, there's no chance that's going to be her new bestseller.
But it's a great story.
Absolutely. It is keeping Skims top of mind. And that's her genius.
I agree with that. That's a great way to phrase that. How do you think about the marketing of Evelyn and Bobbie?
I think we have a lot of work to do.
Okay.
And I have in recent months been making some big investments there. I think that's actually something that as an entrepreneur, you always wish you could go back in time. But I focused really hard on product. I'm obsessive about product.
But it's the right thing to focus on.
Yeah. And I am really glad. We have 8 amazing bra styles. We have a full wire-free wardrobe. You don't need to ever wear an underwire bra again.
Okay.
We've got you covered.
For every scenario.
Yes.
It's amazing.
We've got, and there's a lot more to come from us.
Yeah.
But I don't believe in mediocre products.
Yeah.
I see brands do this all the time, and it's fine. That might work for you. If you're a fast fashion brand, great. Newness is your thing, amazing.
Yeah.
Newness is not my thing.
Yeah.
Obsessive design and quality is my thing.
Let's just pause there for a second, because I love that, because I do think we're a little bit in this fast. And it's funny, we think of most of our businesses in products for home, but also in content. And they both are becoming fast. So I love that, because I think that's going to become increasingly rare.
Yeah, I believe in quality and doing few things well. And I have spent 18 months on products that I don't launch because I don't want to. It's just not perfect yet. Well, or either the fit's not perfect, or it's not inclusive enough. If something works for smaller bodied people but doesn't work for bigger bodied people,
then you don't want
I probably am not going to launch it. I actually think we have opportunities. I focused on the gap in the marketplace, which was for big boobs.
Okay.
And we have been developing more for smaller bodied people, because women of all ages and sizes love our products. And I think smaller bodied people need to show up more in our marketing, actually. Yep. And, but I think, the cool thing about our brand, and I think the thing that I'm most excited about with our brand, is that having an authentic brand where people behind the brand really truly give a
love
shit.
it and stand behind it.
Yeah. And it's like, it's named after my matriarchs.
Yeah. You're like, I'm not screwing around with this.
Oh man, I put the blood, sweat, and tears into each and every one of those products. And we did it the hard way.
Yep.
The hard way. And so I think what the world sees of our brand right now is truly the tip of the iceberg. There is so much that has gone into our products and so much heart and soul. Yep. I just hired a new CMO and a new creative director who are both brilliant. Yep. And I think we're going to see a lot of that richness.
You're going to see it follow. It's funny.
Surface.
My experience is that companies that have great products are often not great marketing companies. Like sometimes you get the two. Apple's a great product company. Apple's a great marketing company. But I'm on the board of a couple of companies. Some have great product, but they struggle with the marketing just hasn't kept with the product because, and I actually think that's the right problem to have. Like if you have a product problem, you have a problem. If you have a marketing problem fixable. But it's interesting because I've been searching for you, and I've been searching the bras, and it was interesting as I don't know that I'm small, but I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me.
Yeah.
Which was, I was like, oh, I don't have huge boobs. Like this isn't for me.
Yes.
And I think that's such a great opportunity.
It is, for sure. Yeah.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and we need to do, we're bringing in, it's so funny, sometimes you let the pendulum swing one way.
100%.
But it's definitely it's for B cupping up, I think. Yeah. It's probably too much bra for somebody that really doesn't have substantially.
Doesn't need a bra, kind of.
Well, there's like, what is it called? I want to say, is it Piper? There's like a brand that focuses on women that have very small breasts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they've made that their focus and really solved that problem. I really set out to have like pretty meaningful Pepper. Sorry,
would you
Pepper.
buy Pepper?
I have never bought Pepper. I don't know.
No, as a company.
That's interesting.
You should think about that.
Oh, well, that is very interesting.
I mean, if their product is up to your level, which sounds like that's the biggest challenge.
I have been aware of that brand, and I have not done much research on their product, but I know that, I see them around.
That's a good thing to do.
That's a great focus.
You could have like vertically integrated, like every type of boob imaginable.
Every type of boob imaginable. Speaking of every type of boob imaginable, that is the other thing that I am really proud of with our products is we are an amazing post-surgical product.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Amazing post-surgical product. I work actually with a surgeon here in New York that recommends our bras to every single one of her patients. She gives them one after
Interesting.
And so from breast cancer surgery to aesthetic surgery, augmentation, reduction. Yeah. Most surgeons will tell you, the first thing they'll tell you is no more underwire. Which my attitude is like, well, what if maybe just no more underwear for any of us?
Yeah. Why? That's interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay. So then what's next for you?
Besides next buying for me? Pepper? I think we have been spoiled by our amazing customers, frankly. Mm-hmm. Like, we really have been able to grow.
You have a lot of customer loyalty.
Well, word of mouth. Yeah, like, we've been able to get away with not being a marketing engine because our customers, we literally have a Slack channel dedicated to customer love. Okay. We 5 times a day, I get a letter from a customer that's like, I've never written an email like this.
Okay, got it. Yep.
And I'm like, thank you so much. Yeah. Yes, truly. And so I think that's what's next in terms of like my company priority. Okay. Is let's get all this authentic brand love and product
and show it
because there's millions of women out there that are struggling with bra pain on a daily basis. Yep. That was me. I don't have any bra discomfort ever.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I have 40 bras in my drawer that I love. That make my clothes look better. Yeah. That was the holy grail. That was what was unattainable.
You're like, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. I mean, there was a customer today that was like, I have 58 of your bras.
That's amazing.
So marketing, what's next in terms of product?
Yep.
Anything that has an underwire needs solving.
Okay.
So maternity, keep an eye on us for maternity.
Oh, maternity would be genius.
Maternity
I wish
bras
I had these panties.
Hell.
Oh, maternity bras are so ugly and cheap and expensive.
And it's like you're already feeling totally vulnerable and like, whose body is this? This 100%. Is the most amazing thing, but also the hardest thing. Yes. And it's like...
You should maybe make clothing. Like, if you turned these panties into like a dress.
Oh, so great.
It'd be amazing. Yeah. I love the feel of it.
I love the idea of being draped in Evelyn Bobbie head to toe.
You should do it. That's amazing.
Oh, so great.
Okay, so how many bras do you think a woman needs? We're going to end on this. Because we have a lot of bras, but do we really need that many bras? I know I'm probably going against your business and saying this.
No, I have 8 styles. I think they all offer value.
Okay, great.
And I would say you need them in your nude, which we offer.
Okay, got it.
Truly scientifically derived inclusive nudes, because every woman wants a nude tone that's going to disappear under a white T-shirt, right? Yeah. Everyone wants that bra that looks great under. So,
sorry, for a black woman and a white woman, is it the same?
No,
nude
it's
that
not.
Makes it disappear?
No,
okay,
nude is rude. Historically, nude has been nude for light skin.
Okay, interesting.
So
interesting.
Not anymore.
Okay, got it.
We have 4 nude tones.
Okay, got it.
We scanned hundreds of real women to make the most
I love this. That's
complimentary.
Awesome.
I launched inclusive nudes before black because I was like, everybody wants the white T-shirt bra. Yeah, everybody wants that. And then I think everybody wants black too.
Definitely.
So I would say if you never want to wear underwire again, get your nude and your black in each of the 8 styles.
Staples.
So 16. But you really only need 2. Really, if you get the styles that work best for you.
Yeah, but then you're like, then you have to be diligent.
I like a plunge. Until we came out with our plunge, I was not wearing low cut stuff anymore. And then we made a beautiful plunge. It was like, how can we make a plunge that has great cleavage but no underwire? And we did it. You have to stretch it. So you do hand stretching on the bras. So like they're really tight when you first get them. You can either just wear it. It's like when you get a new pair of jeans.
Yes. And you're like lying on your bed to get them on.
Yeah. Yes. You want it to be tight because then it molds perfectly to you.
It's the
like
same
that.
deal. Okay. I love this.
So I say too tight, probably just right. And if it's like, okay, I call it double bubble. You got a little bulge right here.
Okay.
You can just accelerate the break and you can't break these bras.
Okay. And then do you have to be careful when you wash them? Because that's my other great annoyance with bras when you have to have little bags.
No, this is gear for life.
Okay. I love this.
Gear.
Okay, it's gear.
Throw it in the washing machine.
Women need gear, Sarthik. Sarthik is like, can I crawl into the hole with this conversation?
I was going to ask, are you going to make any male underwear in the future?
I get that question all the time.
The way you were explaining
These are amazing if you're a woman right now.
what you're feeling.
Yeah. No, this is the thing. My nephew is actually like, you need to make underwear in this fabric. I am an expert in the female body, right?
Yes.
So I have designed for that, and I just, I feel like I don't have a deep understanding of the problems that I would be solving.
100%. You're obsessed about solving the problem.
You're
just gonna have to wait, Sarthik. You can maybe invent.
Yeah, you start a company, I'll help you with your fabric tips.
100%.
I got you.
Okay, so this is great. So tell people where they can find you and follow you, and how do we keep track of your journey?
Yeah, so we are in over 300 specialty bra stores. I love supporting American small business and female entrepreneurs.
Okay.
300 bra boutiques. So look and see. There's a store finder on our website.
Will you ever make your own retail?
I mean, it's not currently in the plan, but it is certainly not off the table.
Plan.
So I think eventually yes, but not in 2026.
Okay, got it. Yep.
But we are in 300 bra boutiques across the country. There's a store finder on evelynbobbie.com. We're also in Nordstrom, Von Maur, Belk, and John Lewis in the UK.
Okay.
We sell terrifically in department stores, and it's a great way to experience the product because it's new. It feels a little bit different at first.
It's funny when you look at them. Like I was like, what is this? Like it's different.
Yeah.
It's a different way to think about a bra.
It is. And it's the magical moldable bra. Yeah. So, you got to give it the 3 days.
Yep.
Or you can just order it on evelynbobbie.com. But also if you're insecure about how to buy, my CX team is real human beings.
Okay.
Who love to help you find your perfect style and your perfect
I love that.
fit. So you can also email connect@evelynbobbie.com and get a concierge experience.
Ooh, I'm going to get that.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome. Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh my gosh,
this is
thanks
so
for
great.
being